All right, today we're going to talk about the slope-intercept form of a line. We learned earlier that standard form was ax plus by equals c. We come to realize that that form actually has a simplistic side to it because we let x equal 0 and we also let y equal 0. And when we let x equal 0, we had a y equals something, didn't we? And when we let y equal 0, we had an x equals something. And it was actually fairly easy to do that way, all right? Now, usually in graphing, though, equations are written in y equals format. Well, the format we're going to teach you today is we're giving it an official name. And the official name is the slope-intercept, or Y-Intercept Formula, or Y-Intercept equation, actually. Now, the reason for that, and the reason I've waited all year for today, is because we can officially take our tassel and flip it today, and we can graduate and really not have to do any more t counts. You know the t account we do? X and y? Now, we can still go to it. It's a good go-to thing to make sure that we've done an equation right when we graph it. But the y-intercept, I'm going to be like shortcuts. Sometimes your name is shortcut, right? All right, I get it. I understand. Mr. Graves, can you show me how to get a passing grade with as little work as possible? Okay? All right, sometimes we're all there, right? I get it. Whatever it may be in life, we want a shortcut. If we were walking to school, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. But we can't be walking through people's yards. I don't want to have to walk any longer or more than I have to. But once in a while, you're going to have to go to the corner and then make a turn, okay? You can't just walk through someone's yard, although you could shave a lot of time. So the y-intercept, I'm just going to use this word because I like it. It's slick. It's super slick, okay? Because it's really good. We can graph lines. Listen to this. I'm going to sell this. We can graph a line like this or that probably 10 seconds or less. Maybe 5. Just depends how quick you are. And I mean, that's pretty fast. 5 seconds a problem. If you would have known this shortcut when you were doing 6-1, whoo, some of you would have, oh, you still haven't turned your work in. But anyway, okay, but you see what I'm saying? All right. Not funny. But nonetheless, let's get into it, okay? All right, good, let's do it. And even you guys, wherever you're at, all right? Now, this problem right here, okay? Which format is it in? This one or this one?
This one.
Standard or y-intercept?
Standard.
It's in standard. Standard means x plus by equals c. X, y, equal sign, number. X, y, equal sign, number. Got it? But we want it in y-intercept form, don't we? We want the y alone. So the y is already positive or negative? It's positive. So we're going to leave it there. So to obliterate a positive 3x, we're going to have to
Divide.
Subtract.
We're going to have to subtract, all right? We have to subtract 3x to obliterate a positive 3x, all right? So that'll be a blessing. Now, here's what we're going to do. Just a little bit of a, kind of, so we're going to just put this 6 kind of over here, okay? Because when we subtract 3x from both sides, we're going to put the x before the number. Because in a y-intercept format, y equals mx plus b. I haven't given away what m and b are, but I'll tell you soon, okay? Don't tell anybody that I told you, okay? All right? So negative 3x. This cancels. What are we left with?
2y.
2y equals negative 3x plus 6. Man, we're going places. We're almost there, but the y is not by itself because it has a 2. Now, we can do what?
Divide.
To everything. Divide by 2. So let's do it. We divide not just that and not just that, but everything by 2. This cancels. I get a beautiful looking all by itself y. Negative 3/2. While I don't like fractions, it still works. What's 6 divided by 2?
3.
Plus 3. That is our equation. okay? Y is now by itself. We have to know and practice and learn that. Now we're getting to it now. Don't tell anybody, okay? Here's the deal. The coolest thing about the Y-intercept formula is if I wrote a formula, or if I wrote an equation that was under this, can you guys look at those two and tell me what M is? Ding, 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 ding. M is 3. M happens to be the number, or the fraction, that's right before what letter?
X.
X. That's called the, what did we say M was the other day? Rhymes with rope, and it starts with SL.
Slope.
You guys are so bright. Excellent. So this number before the X is always the slope. Okay? I wonder what B would look like if we put it into this equation.
2.
Close. Just for clarification's sake, we're going to say a positive 2. Because sometimes it can be negative. Just kind of tricked you there, but it's 2, you were right. Okay? Well, this is called the Y-intercept. Okay? Now don't tell anybody. We'll keep this our little secret. Okay? Even on video. All right? So you ready? We're going to take the information we know and we're going to use that to graph. The Y-intercept, look at here. What is the Y-intercept? What's B in this equation? Positive 3. What is Y? Up and down, left or right?
Down.
Up and down. Positive 3, right? 1, 2, 3. We're just going to put a Y. We're just going to put the 3, we're going to put it right on the Y-axis. That's one of our points. It's automatic. You know why? Because if I let X equal 0, what does Y equal?
3.
3. If I let X equal 0, what's Y?
4.
If I let X equal 0, what's Y?
2.
Ah,
2. 1. 0.
excellent. And that means when we were doing the old T-charts, we always used X. Y was all, in that formula, in that way, this is always it. So that means right here, what would our Y-intercept be? 2, right? What would our Y-intercept be?
2.
2. Okay, what would our Y-intercept be?
1.
Okay? Y is up and down, okay? Get it in your brain that whatever the last, whoops, not that one, that one, there, all right? Hey, let's do this one too. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever the last dangly number is, here, we're going to put it on the Y-axis. Now, I don't have 1. Oh, let's just make this a negative, just for the pure fun of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means that's negative, right? Y would be negative. Okay? Are we good there? That means that the line is going to cross the Y-axis at all of those dots. Okay? Now we're going to move to slope. But slope is Y over X or X over Y? Y over X. Alright? M equals Y over X, which is rise over run. That means we're going to take the slope, we're going to always turn it into rhymes with fraction. Fraction, excellent. I didn't even have to give you the first letter, what a deal. Okay? Alright? Now, what could have been extraction. Okay, anyway, alright, we got it. So, that means we're going to turn the slope into a fraction right here. What is this? Negative 3 over 2? That's the slope. We've got options though. Remember when I told you the other day that a negative 1/2 is the same as a negative 1 over 2? Or it's the same as 1 over negative 2. This is general. This is general, like what the equation looks like. But when you need your slope, you've got to use one of these two. Okay, you got it? So what ends up happening is This here in the numerator is negative, but this one in the denominator is positive, got it? So what you've got to do is choose which one. So which one do we want to use? Okay, which one? Does it matter? Let's do the first one, -1/2. So -1, all right, -1/2, all right, means if it's y over x, that means the y is going to be what? -1, and the x is going to be a +2. So all we do is just do what it says, okay? So we start with the numerator, okay? Now, let me help you here. X's, positive goes up or down? I mean, X's, positive goes forward or backward? Forward. And X's is which way, up or down or left or right?
Left or right.
Left or right. Y is up and down. So positive is up, negative is down. So -1, so now we go right where our point's at. So here's our point, 3. So from 3 we go which way and how much?
Backwards. Backward,
No, it's y.
Down.
It's y. Down what?
Down 1.
Down 1. Then we go which way and how many?
Forward 2.
Okay, let's use right, left, we got it, okay? So forward 2, here's 1, 2, all right? And there we go. There's our point, there's our line, okay? Not exact, but it's there, okay? Understand? That's all we do, we're done. We're done, okay? So, this one here, this is easy. Now, by the way, if we did 1, -2, that means from the point we would go where? Top is y, we'd go up 1, wouldn't we? We'd go up 1, okay? But we would go which way though?
Backwards.
We go back 2. So what would happen is we'd create another triangle, but the triangle would be this way. 1, 2, and we'd have a dot here, and we'd still have the same line, okay? When you do those kinds of things, it's kind of a mirror image of where the triangle is at. This triangle kind of mirrors this triangle here, exactly the same way, okay? And that'll work every time without fail. That's how that works with negative, all right? So just be mindful of that. Negative slope goes uphill or down? Downhill. Positive slope's going to go uphill, okay? Now, this one here, all right, we're just going to snap these into place, no problem. Here's our dot from -4, 1/2, okay? Top is y. Tell me how many and where, which way? 1. 1, we're going what? Up 1. We go up 1, okay? Remember, the top is always y. We always start with y. The top number, we always are going, am I going up or down? If it's positive, I go up. If it's negative, I go down. So the 1, I go up 1, which is right there. And the bottom is always left and right. And it's always right if I'm positive. So how many over to the right?
2.
2. So up 1, over 2. There's my line. Okay? We're going over here. We're at the 2. Slope is, oh no, it's not a fraction. How is 3 a fraction? How do I write 3 as a fraction? 3 over 1. Okay. Top one is what letter?
3.
3. Which way?
1.
Y. Up. How many?
2.
1, 2, 3. So we're going to go right there. All right? And then we go
That way.
forward 1. Okay? There's our line. Okay? 2/3. Going to go where? Which one? Up 2. Remember, y is always first. Up or down is always first numerator. Left and right is always bottom denominator. And then, so you got 2 things you got to remember. The top is always y up down, but it's positive up, negative down. The second thing you remember, the bottom is always forward, backward, but when it's positive, it's forward. When it's negative, it's backward. So I look at 2/3, and when you do enough of these, you're going to start graphing problems in like 5 to 7 seconds, all right? Ellen might have speeds of 3 to 4, okay? You got it? So if I do this enough, I look at the 2 and I go, oh, 1, 2, I'm right there. 3 over, 1, 2, 3, and there's my line. Okay? One more. -3/5, all right? I'll just put the negative on the numerator because that's what we'll do. I'm going to just write it there. There's my 1. I'm going to go what on the -3?
Down.
I'm going to go down 3. So 1 brings me at 0, -1, -2. There's where I'm at. 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Looks like I got a little bit of an easier downhill slope at least, don't I? Okay? All right, there you go. There's my answer. Negative slope, go downhill. Okay, so that's what happens. Now, this one here, we didn't really do it, but the same, we'll leave it undone because it's the same as really doing this one, except the numbers got flipped on us a little bit. We have to get y by itself. We have to turn this into mx plus b. We would subtract the 2x from both sides, all right, like we did. That's a minus 3. 3y is equal to negative 2x minus 3 divided by 3, all right. Y is equal to a negative 2/3 x minus 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1, all right. Where's our slope at? Negative 1, right? So we're going to put our dot right there. Negative 2 over 3. Negative 2 down 2. 1, 2, 3 over. 1, 2, 3, there, line. Okay? All right? You can reach speeds of who knows how much, okay? Now don't be fast just for the sake of fast. But these are tools that help you to be better. Because when you're doing super problems in advanced mathematics, you don't need to be concerning yourself with going, I better do myself a T-chart here. Go ahead and write my X and my Y. You'll be here all stinking day, okay? Because advanced math and calculus problems can take 15 minutes apiece. And literally, you can do a problem or two. You know, get started on your homework in calculus. All right, you got 35 minutes. I just taught you an easy, super easy lesson. You got 35 minutes, and then what happens? Oh, Mr. Dave, sorry. How far did you get? All right, got to number 2. Okay, and that's okay. But oh, there's such beauty in that math. Beautiful. And this is just a shortcut, another tool. Y-intercept is where it's at. M is the slope, always the number, fraction, whatever it is. Maybe it's a decimal, but whatever you do, you put it over 1 if it's a whole number, as a fraction, okay? And that'll be real helpful. Y-intercept is just always where it's at on the y, positive or negative. Put the dot there, start with that dot from your slope, and you're good to go.